Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the IWC Radio Podcast. This is our SummerSlam review show. I'm Smoot, along with Chucks, Will, and returning Beans on Toast.
Woo!
Yeah. This is
I
where...
thought, seeing as times are changing in WWE, I would make a shot return.
Where have you been all these weeks?
I've been consoling Vince.
You've been consulting Vince, you say?
Yeah. Consoling.
Oh, consoling. Oh, okay. How's he doing?
Just prepping him for the slow reversal of many of his decisions. It's like, don't worry about it. They're going to say the word wrestling soon.
Yeah, some not that slow. They've made some changes already.
Yeah, and you would, if it was in your hands, Vince, you would understand that every opportunity in real life is a chance to do a good storyline. So we may use certain things on TV that references your heinous history, and yeah, I don't think he's talking to me anymore.
No.
We haven't gotten your reaction to that, Beans. What do you think of the whole Vince retirement or resignation, resignment, yada yada yada? Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I was gutted that I weren't able to make it on the week it all kind of happened. Really, I don't know. I suppose initially it was the same kind of reaction at first as when he first had to step away and Stephanie was going to be taking the lead and stuff, and you're thinking, but I mean, obviously at the time you're wondering whether is it just going to be a temporary measure and then we'll go back to how we were kind of thing. But I did wonder whether he's still pulling the strings and she's just doing what he would like her to do. So I kind of went into it a little bit skeptical because I was thinking that, yes, okay, formally on paper, they're distancing themselves, and then Triple H gets made head of creative, and you're thinking, you're interested to see which way it's going. But I am quite surprised to hear headlines coming out of things like, certain terms are being used, and you can, like the sense of wrestlers are being, there's reports in there that wrestlers are a lot more comfortable backstage and things, and there's a different atmosphere, there's an that it's all feeling a bit more upbeat and things, and
No more eggshells.
Sasha and so I do wonder. I'm quite surprised and happy that it sounds like Triple H is like, if I'm going to do this, I've got to do it my way kind of thing. So. And hopefully Vince has just kind of said, yeah, it's your, you've got to run with it how you want to do it now. And really has let go of it, hopefully.
Yeah. I think the thing I was most concerned about is that they would keep running it in his image. I thought Steph would take over. That's all she's known. I'm not a huge fan outside of WWE, presumably. She would just say, this is what my dad used to do. This is what we're going to keep doing. And someone like Michael Cole, he's had Vince in his head for the last 20-something years, 25 years or something of Michael Cole. So would he be able to do anything other than be that guy? And actually already he has been. He's said things like WWE fans instead of universe. He's made some references to like shows from, I think there was a SummerSlam 91 reference, I think at SummerSlam. It's kind of amazing. The one guy I thought would be most indoctrinated into the Vince way actually has shown that even he has some of his own personality still to come out. So it's grounds for optimism. I think you're right.
Yeah, I mean, the thing of when Cole did the UK tournament in Blackpool for the NXT UK, and everyone was like, because obviously Vince wasn't involved in it, and it's like, Cole just sounds like he's having fun, enjoying the show, and yeah, there's that same vibe from him now, and it's like you say that anything that lets someone be themselves and takes that robot element away is just a breath of fresh air at the moment, and it stands out a mile.
Really does.
There was one.
Just the fact,
Sorry.
just the fact he hasn't got someone shouting in his ear all night.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can say what you want, but there's no way you can't say that does not distract you.
Yeah.
No wonder you just go to a script when you don't have to think about what you're saying. You just say what you need to say, kind of thing.
At this point, how much do you think Vince was yelling in his ear, and how much do you think he just knows? He's got to be. He must know what Vince wants by now.
I think so.
I say that as much as you can know what Vince wants.
Well,
yeah, I was going to say that it sounds like the kind of person that would still just continuously talk in his ear.
Yeah,
you're probably right.
Even if he's not like having a go at him, he'd still be reminding him of things to say, or don't forget this, and just even before Cole's probably already thinking, I was about to say it, shut up, or whatever. I don't know. Might be reading too much, but there was another one on SummerSlam when there was a reference made. I can't remember exactly how it was.
There was the one Graves said about him having being allowed to have an opinion.
Yeah, and he said like a lot of things have changed.
Yeah, that was it. It was like, a lot of things have changed, and it was just like, oh, that's
Graves said I liked it better when you weren't allowed to have an opinion.
Yeah.
Yes, that was it.
He said things have changed, a lot's changed.
Which again, like to casual WWE fan, it means nothing, does it? But
it must be a bit of a relief, especially for the likes of Cole, because, like you say, you're being shouted at every night for 2 hours a night or whatever, probably longer, and then you haven't got that anymore. You must feel freer, you know what I mean? It must be like, oh, we can have a bit of a joke, a bit of a laugh at this now.
Yeah. But the thing is, as well, it sounds a bit thingy, but thinking of like Cole's legacy, he's all, like everyone always talks about JR and King and the glory, like the Attitude Era commentary, and everyone before it was always thinking like Michael Cole, yeah, he's good at what he does, but he's not in that bracket to a lot of people because he's just a robot and says something. Whereas now, like everyone's got a lot of respect for him, obviously, but if he can just, like you say, have a bit of fun with it, and it's not that robotic nature of commentary, then people are already growing more towards him, and it'll change his opinion, fans' opinion of him overall in the long term, which I think is a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think he was. I know we're going to get to it in a minute, SummerSlam, but I thought he was brilliant in that main event. Just the way he handled it, and the way it's. I think someone pointed out to us. It sounded a bit like JR from the old school days. The way he did certain things, and
the bit where he was screaming for people to come out for Brock when and it was just like there was that it's gone too far kind of thing. There was just a nice.
For the love of God, Chad, count faster.
Yeah, that was very JR. Cole's one of those guys I've been hearing for years that, like, on the road or backstage, whatever, he's a really funny guy. You hear that about some of these guys that backstage they're great, on camera they not seem like you don't have a whole lot of charisma there. And then, like you say, on the UK tour, and maybe now some of it's coming out, and that's awesome. And again, like of all people, that was the one I was most scared of. And turns out actually it might be one of the best things that's happened. A whole new Michael Cole, 25 years in, and turns out he's actually going to be great.
We'll see.
I've always had a little bit of a soft spot for Cole. I think he always got a bit of a bad rep. I don't know. I think he got a bit of a bad rep, but yeah. But I thought he was brilliant, especially when he was heel Cole.
Yeah,
that was great when he had his little box and everything.
The coal mine.
Coal mine, yeah. I mean everything. I think that was universally hated by everyone except me.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah. I
it
think
was
I
more
actually shuddered when you just started talking about that then the coal mine.
the heel Michael Cole. He kind of had
So-
the John Cena thing where he was hated. It wasn't really his fault. It was just his
Mm.
on screen, the whole, the thing that he had to do, the performance.
Yeah.
It wasn't him. It was just what he had to do. Everyone hates the role that he's in, so he gets the.
To be fair, it wasn't really the coal mine. It was more the beat just before that when he was right behind the Miz.
Yeah,
And
he
then
loved
was-
the Miz
he
for a
was-
while.
He loved the Miz for a bit, and then there's that episode where he was on. Remember the old NXT?
The NXT where he just
He
couldn't
just didn't give a shit.
anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was great.
That was pretty funny.
That was the best episode ever, though.
It's like been
Like
10
the
years.
whole of season 3, the women's series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone hated that. I thought it was really, really entertaining. Yeah, Cole.
It was
Lost it.
good because it was bad, and it was.
Well, presumably Vince wasn't producing that either. I can't
No,
imagine Vince
God,
ever
no.
watched NXT.
But again, I suppose that's that thing of, like you say, if Vince isn't involved in it and he's got the opportunity to do something different and he can do what he wants, kind of thing, he's thinking, I'm a bad guy. I've just got to be a complete arsehole. You know what I mean? He did it. So,
Yeah.
I'm interested to see how strangely, like you say, after 25 years, things develop for him now. It's
Mm. The best thing about that NXT was he's basically saying what everyone else was thinking.
Yeah, at the time, yeah.
And he was, it was just, if you, it's on, there's quite a few, he was on quite a few episodes of that series, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Because didn't he walk out once, and that was when Punk did it for a week, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then he come back the next week. Cole came back, and yeah, I didn't see him. Punk said something to him like, "Literally nobody happy to see you here." If you ever get a minute, it's, the full episode's on YouTube somewhere. It's on the network as well, I imagine. It's
hope
worth
so.
a laugh if you get him.
Do you know, actually, I'd forgotten how good Punk was on commentary when he did that spell.
Punk was brilliant, yeah.
He was great.
There was calls for him to do it all the time, wasn't
Yeah.
there? Especially when he got injured around about that time as well, didn't he? So he was out of action anyway.
Yeah.
But obviously they never did.
You know who else was good, but was run off because of Vince? Mick Foley.
Mick Foley,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Foley, yeah.
Mick Foley. He was on. I think he was on SmackDown
Yeah.
with Cole for a little while. Started
He
off
was quite-
really good.
Yeah.
Said
he
belt
was quite
once.
open, wasn't he, as well?
And
About
then-
said belt.
He said belt, and then went, the belt that represents the championship. Obviously, someone just yelling in his ear.
Didn't he do
and then,
JR
yeah, he
for a
got
little
run
bit?
off. He what?
Didn't he do SmackDown with JR for a little bit?
Maybe you're right. Yeah, maybe it was JR. I think Cole would have been on Raw. Yeah, you're
Seem
right.
to remember that. But yeah,
He was really good and didn't last. Couldn't take it.
Well, I was gonna say he was quite open, wasn't he, about the way he just couldn't deal with being told what to do with that all night.
Wrote a chapter about it in
Yeah.
Countdown to Lockdown.
Yeah.
His fourth, fifth autobiography. I lose track now.
It's up there.
It's one of them.
Yeah, I always thought, and we're saying it now, kind of. I always thought Regal was good on commentary, and
He was great. Yeah.
you kind of seeing it now in AEW. They're letting him do it more and more. And
He's talking about
Yeah,
dogs with 2 willies.
I just think it's great the fact to get through with these crazy British sayings that no one has a clue what he's talking about, apart from the British people.
Yeah.
Stays in the chat saying wrestling belts are for marks in hospitals.
You're right.
In
yeah.
hospital. Oh, in hospitals.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I see. 'Cause that's all the words that you're not allowed to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Can see I'm out of this wrestling talk game now. I had to think then when you said that.
It was the hospitals,
Wasn't
like, because Vince actually says that the wrestling belts were for marks. That like he thought a
Yeah.
belt was like the replica belt.
Wasn't
It's just insane. I don't get it.
Wasn't this
For the-
famous comment apparently that a belt holds up your pants and be a championship or something.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Which is also a belt, though. It's
Yeah.
the leather strap that goes around the waist. It's called a belt because it does the same thing. It's a belt. It's like a seat belt. It doesn't hold your pants up.
Right.
It shouldn't, anyway.
You don't know what a seatbelt is.
Do you think he uses a
Can you-
seatbelt in a limo?
No, definitely not. He's 100% one of them people. Like when that story was, whatever it was, where he just was playing loud music in his Mustang as he was driving along, or Corvette or something, and just screaming on top of his bloody lungs or something. He won't have had a seatbelt on.
No.
What was that story about him trying to kill? Was it Court Bauer or one of those guys? I think it was on MLW. He was a writer at the time, and like he tried to get into this drag race with this guy, who I think it was Court Bauer, who then didn't want to lose. Like they were driving down the same road, and Vince pulls up alongside him and like gives him the finger, and then pulls off, like just zooms down the road. And he said, "Well, I can't just let that happen, right? Because he's gonna then think that I'm whatever."
Yeah.
Tries to race the guy, and then Vince essentially tries to run him off the road. The two lanes became one, and there was like a barrier there, and Vince just would not let him merge. So it's like,
Honestly,
this guy's absolutely insane.
nuts.
Yeah. I can see that happen as well.
No seatbelt,
Never did.
obviously.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
you just can't imagine that before all that story happened, he thought, I better put my seatbelt on.
Yeah.
Should we get into the?
I was gonna say, how long until Kevin Dunn is fired? Is that happening soon?
I hope so.
Yeah,
Surprised
there's
it
a
hasn't
bit of a thing about that, wasn't it? Because he was Triple H was interviewed at the, I think it was the day of SummerSlam, or the day before, whenever it was, and he mentioned his name, didn't he? But someone said to him, what changes are you gonna make and stuff, and I'm paraphrasing, but he basically said, it's gonna take a team of us, and he went through it. He went, it's gonna take me, Steph, Nick Khan, Kevin Dunn. So we're all gonna have to pull together in this or something like that. So I don't know. Maybe he's not as done for as it sounds. But again, apparently this is the story, but Stephanie doesn't like him. So
Oh, that's a good sign.
I did notice. I don't know whether it's just me being more aware of it happening. I don't know. There seems to be less crazy camera angles on Raw. I don't know whether it was just me. I don't know. No one else seems to pick it up. So it might have just been me, but maybe he's just easing them out.
I don't know. Maybe.
Considering the cameramen must all do the equivalent of a workout when they have to move a camera like the way that it is.
That's crazy. The bouncing they have to do with those cameras. All right. Let's do the SummerSlam stuff and then get into this new look Raw and SmackDown this week and all of the big returns. So, no matches on the kickoff again because
New era,
just
pal.
how they roll. Main show opens with Bianca Belair beating Becky Lynch in 15 minutes. I think we all we didn't. Will, you thought Becky was going to win the belt back. The rest of us will get a point for Bianca. Thoughts on this one?
I'm happy that Becky is now going back to her face. I think. I argued at the time watching the show that I know I mentioned it before to you guys, but the over-the-top reactions when she can't get a win, when she does the pin thing and the kick out and she acts all shocked and grabs her face and acting up, and
that's got to stop.
She won't be able to do, or it won't be as obvious to do that when she's face. And every time that she's had a match recently, that's all I'm waiting for, and it's really annoying me. So I think that's played a part in how much I've been invested in Becky matches recently. But I mean, it weren't bad in any way. I don't think there were nothing but it didn't feel as particularly memorable as any of the other encounters they've had previously.
Apparently that was one of Triple H's first big decisions. If the old man was still around, there was no plans on turning Becky face again. It was always she was going to be heel for at least a while longer. But,
Maybe.
Triple H,
I mean,
Triple H decided that he wanted to be face again.
Well, with the people that were called up after the match as well, probably being Triple H's call.
Oh
that
yeah,
obviously
definitely.
the line that links up to the decision of Becky being done by Triple H as well. So
Stay in the chat says Kevin Dunn and Dustin.
That's a good one.
Oh,
I'm going to
that's a good
steal
one.
that one. So Bianca retains, then Bailey's music hits. We did ask maybe, is this going to be the time for Bailey? Turns out it is, but she wasn't alone. Dakota Kai is back. She had been let go in April, I think. She's straight back. I don't even know if her non-compete has expired yet. Yeah, maybe just. And then, if that wasn't enough, Io Shirai, who is now apparently known as Io Sky. I don't know where the commentators learned that her name was changed. Because they said
Especially when the
Io
Titan
Shirai
song
is
was
here.
still-
It says Io Shirai on her entrance video.
Yeah.
And then they have to keep saying Io Sky, like that's a thing. They're all there. Apparently they're 3 heels now. Dakota Kai had, as I say, she'd been let go. She's back. Io Shirai, there was a rumor that she was about to leave.
Yeah.
Dynamite Dave had said that she's got 1 foot out the door.
And she kind
Obviously,
of
that's
refuted
not
that.
true anymore.
Yeah.
So that's going to be Triple H is having his effect on day 1. They're now a heel trio, and as you said, Becky turned face again to counteract that. Although she is now injured again, so it's going to take a while to.
I was going to say, so is this a shoulder? Because she legitimately looked hurt in the match.
Yeah, she came out on Raw in a sling.
Right.
And then they did what WWE always do. I don't know why they do it. One thing they need to stop doing. She was already injured, and we knew she was injured. She was in a sling, and then they still had someone take her out backstage to make it even worse.
Yeah.
That's it. Why didn't they do that?
Separated shoulder. Yeah, they did the same with Cody. He comes out on the pay-per-view, has that giant bruise, and they still have to have Seth Rollins take him out with a sledgehammer to explain his absence.
Yeah.
No, we saw it. It was,
People can't have natural injury.
Apparently not. Yeah.
But
Have they said
Yeah.
how long that she could potentially be out for, or?
they've just
It'll
said
be months.
several months. Yeah.
So that's no good.
So yeah, maybe a Rumble return. Maybe
Would it be that long? Could be.
only 4 months.
Thing is, though, I mean, it'll solidify the face turn because she'll obviously get a reaction when she comes back if it is a period of time. So.
Yeah, it's true. Logan Paul beat The Miz. I was out of the room for this one. I was expecting it to not be very good, but when I got back, I saw everyone was talking about how great it was, especially how great Logan Paul was.
Yeah.
Points all round, but tell me what happened. What made Logan Paul so great in this one?
He did the Shane O'Mac elbow drop to the announce table.
He did. Yeah.
And kind of like bounced off of it too, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. As much as I don't like the guy, you've got to give him credit where it's due. But he was actually pretty good in the ring for someone who's not done it all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously there's room for improvement. He's not a technical genius, but yeah, fair play to him. He's obviously done the work, and I assume he's gonna have more matches, so I won't be totally against seeing him again.
He did a little vignette video package on Raw, I think, saying basically that he was all in on doing this thing. He was totally committed. If that's true and if it lasts, unlike Who was the other guy? It's not Tyson Fury. There was the MMA guy that was supposed to. Velasquez, yeah. He signed. He was supposed to be in full time.
Yeah, but then he murdered somebody.
I was just going to say, is he not in jail now?
Well, he left before he ran down that fucking shot. Yeah, that was later. But yeah, if he sticks around, he's only 27, Logan Paul, so he could have a career.
He could be the next Miz.
He could be the next Miz. Wonder if
It's
he'll be
probably
kicked out of the
ideal for him because he's obviously got a little bit of experience. I used the term very lightly there, but a bit of experience boxing, so it's probably it's a lot safer for him as well. Don't know if you know, but wrestling's fake. But
What?
How are you telling?
so it's probably ideal for a guy like him. So if he can do it well and do it properly and respect what he has to do as well, then I'm no problem with it.
Yeah. Good call. Next up, the rematch, the Money in the Bank rematch. Bobby Lashley beat Theory, not Austin Theory. He beat Theory. That is points for me, Smoke, Will, Beans. You thought Theory was going to win his title back?
Yeah.
I just thought with him losing it, and I thought it was a strange change or thing in the first place, but I don't know.
I actually thought I picked Theory and I did it.
Oh, did you pick Theory?
No,
that's
no.
not what I had.
I can't remember, to be totally honest with you.
I can change it if you want. Take the point
Yeah,
away.
okay.
I think I asked you later on. You said Lashley.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
So Lashley's still the 5 minutes apparently that match lasted. It's not a long one.
It didn't need to be that long.
Didn't need to be that long. No one was buying the show for this. No DQ tag match. The Mysterios actually beat the Judgment Day, which I think oh no, Smoot got a point. Of course he did. The rest of us all went for the Judgment Day because we didn't see the obvious no DQ stipulation.
Yeah.
The Edge vignettes. Obviously, Edge made his return. His totally surprise impromptu return on this set, this kind of stage with a lift in it and whatever that was made just for him, or pyro. And he cost his former teammates the win. The Mysterios win.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I saw it. It was like the fact that it was, I even said it on the preview show that, it's Mysterio's trying to get back for the 20-year anniversary brouhaha getting foiled. And, yeah.
And it's no DQ.
No DQ.
No DQ. Just had to happen. Edge looks much better with the short hair.
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
He's got to be 10 years younger. He looks great. Then we had Pat McAfee. So Logan Paul set the bar pretty high earlier on for these outsiders having matches. Pat McAfee, don't know if he was as good from what I hear about Logan Paul, but he was still pretty good. He was alright.
How dog shit was that entrance theme?
Yeah, that music's terrible.
I didn't think it was as bad as you were making it out last week.
I mean, it's one that'll probably grow on you, but initially, no.
I was kind of surprised they gave him he was kind of doing the conductor thing like Seth Rollins does, trying to get everyone to sing along. Maybe he's going to be told not to do that anymore.
I don't know, because I think that the song seems to have been designed just for that way, doesn't it? Get people to
but he can't do the same thing that Seth freaking Rollins does. I wouldn't have thought anyway.
I think he can.
New era. You may be right.
Yeah.
We might be able to have two guys on the roster with the same first names.
Same name, yeah.
Yeah.
Bobby Lashley and Bobby Roode at the same time. Maybe. Pat McAfee beat Happy Corbin anyway, and we all get points. Anything noteworthy about this one? Move on.
I don't think this was as strong a showing for Pat McAfee as it was at WrestleMania.
Especially when
At
Logan Paul.
WrestleMania, where he just ran into Vince's fist over and over.
Yeah.
No, the actual match he had before the horrific. Yeah.
Especially when Logan Paul was the one that like did that frog splash earlier, and also the elbow through the table.
It was a splash, wasn't it?
Well, whatever. Yeah, whatever he did to the announce table, that he bounced off of it.
Because, like you said, the way he bounced on it was.
Yeah.
I thought it was quite. I would not have liked to have been the Miz on that.
Payback for all those years of not catching people on the outside.
Yeah. So yeah, points there. The tag team match player for the undisputed tag team titles, with Jeff Jarrett as special referee, obviously, the natural fit. Jeff Jarrett,
who didn't get the job done at the Ric Flair last show program.
Yeah, we'll have to get to that as well, because I don't know anything about that show yet.
No, I
The
don't.
Usos retain against the Street Profits. This was not as good as their match last month.
No, definitely not.
Still okay. And this is points for Smoot and Will had faith in the Usos to never lose. Because, they're the bloodline.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
at the table. Not at the head of the table, they're at the side of the table, but, they've got a place at the
The
table.
blood alcohol line reigns supreme.
Oh my god.
So no good for the Street Profits. Are they going to split up now? Street Profits?
They
Maybe.
definitely sowed the seed.
You were kind of teasing it on Raw as well, yeah. I think was it you that mentioned last week? I think they like
They like
Montez.
Montez. Yeah.
And how beefy he is now.
Maybe that's the way they're going.
That could be. And that means there's no competition for the Usos. I don't think the new Viking Raiders are gonna be the ones.
You mean the new Vicious Viking Raiders?
The Vicious Viking Raiders. That's right.
That's
So
the
what?
new. You have to say the new Vicious Viking Raiders.
Because they weren't vicious before.
No.
Not enough.
Is this a Vince thing?
Yeah, I'm surprised it's still carrying on actually.
Wow.
Baby steps.
Liv Morgan crushed the dreams of a Sandy Hook denier
Yes. In a terrible match.
in a terrible 4.5 minute match here. Liv Morgan wins, beats Ronda Rousey. Again, points for everyone, because it had to be.
Yeah, that finish was stupid. It didn't really solidify Liv as a credible champion. Especially when she tapped out and the ref just didn't see it.
Yeah, so they did the kind of stacked up submission and pin. I don't know if it was mistimed or what, but she definitely tapped before the pin was counted, but ref didn't see it. So Liv is now a weak champion.
Yeah.
It was one of them matches, I think, that just it really benefited no one. It made both of them look. Well, it did. It made both of them look bad.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Just coming out of it, you're thinking, well, who am I supposed to be behind here? What? You know what I mean? Like, none.
Even the referee looked like
Didn't
an
help
idiot.
any of them.
And it's not really them live any favours, judging by what happened on SmackDown.
Oh, what did happen on SmackDown?
Do we want to go to it now, or do you want to get into it later?
All right, we've only got one more to go anyway.
It's not a major thing, but
Yeah, well, we'll do all the TV together, because this is the main event time. Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, last man standing. Hopefully the last in the series, because I don't know how they top it. They did the normal last man standing stuff, tables and stairs and all the good stuff. Brock Lesnar comes down to the ring in a tractor, a front loader tractor, and eventually uses it to lift the ring up one corner of the ring, so like a good chunk of the audience wouldn't have been able to see everything else that was happening. And I don't really know why he did it. It looked cool, but it didn't help him at all.
That's why he did. It looked cool.
I hope there was some fans that were sitting front row on that corner that requested a refund because the view was obstructed.
Yeah, they should have. So the last 5 minutes or so of the match were on the far side of the ring with, in front of the announce tables. And all sorts of stuff happened, load of false finishes. Roman kept hitting Lesnar with stuff. Theory ran out, didn't cash in, he just got beat up. So that was great. They got to stop doing that one too. I really hope they can get away from the fake cash in. You're going to do it.
I think you're going to see that quite a few times with Theory.
See, with everyone, every year there's something. Anyway, they keep doing more and more stuff to Brock. He doesn't stay down until eventually they just pile a load of stuff on him. My big complaint here is that every time they put something new on Brock, the count should have restarted, but it didn't. The referee did a count, they kept putting stuff. Roman and the Usos were just piling stuff on Brock. They finished at like an 8 count, so he was down for a 2. But apparently it counts. I checked the official rulebook and it didn't say anything about when the count has to restart. It didn't say much of anything, actually.
I was actually kind of in the same vein, really, but I was really quite surprised on how little left was there, because once he stood on top of it, you were thinking, oh, here comes the 10 count, and it was like, 9, 10.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like, whoa, okay.
Doesn't count. That's how that works. Anyway, Roman Reigns, what was the whole thing you had there, Smoke? The big chiefin, table heading, big dogging...
Cancer dodging.
Cancer dodging.
Arm peacocking.
Arm peacocking, sure. Yeah. Self-acknowledging.
Yeah, he's like, acknowledge me.
But he acknowledges himself.
Yeah.
I suppose you have to start with self-acknowledgement. Roman Reigns still the champion, over 700 days now.
Yeah, BT Sport, by the way, kind of made it sound like Rock was retiring here. If I can... Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, I kind of got the impression that that's his last hurrah.
Yeah, they're not the only ones. I've heard a few people suggesting that might be it.
I don't think it will be.
It's temporary. He might disappear for a while, but yeah.
Yeah, it'll be one of them. We'll disappear for a bit and come back again.
The thing is, though, what? I mean, I know it's only been Roman Reigns, but I don't know what else you could do with him, really.
I think after how successful Saturday was, I think they wanted this to be the last match ever, as they put it over. But I think we're going to see this again now. I think you're going to see another one at least.
Oh no!
With Roman?
Yeah, definitely. I think they know they've got something good here.
Nah, because they've made. I mean, I know that they don't have to keep to it because they have never done in the past, but they did say that it was the last one.
Oh, they didn't push that very often. They mentioned it once or twice, but they never really made a big deal of it. So that they could quite easily get out of that, I think. But yeah, I don't know. I think
they don't have to worry about getting out of it because once in a lifetime.
Yeah, true. I don't know. I just don't think you can both still go for a little while longer. So why not? Not as if other than we.
What else can they do? What's the point? Reigns has beaten him so many times now.
Yeah.
He has actually got a point now where if he was to challenge him again, it's like, you don't deserve it anymore.
No.
Well, maybe he wins. Maybe the Rumble, maybe or something. I don't know. There's some way of getting him back into that title picture again.
No, if they bring Lesnar back, it has to be against someone else. And
Undertaker.
yeah, there's not really many others. I'd watch him against Lashley again. I would have said Samoa Joe again, but that's not happening.
Not unless you ring up Tony Khan, pal.
Yeah. Nope, I got nothing. Let's give him some time off.
I definitely don't think it's the last 15 of Lesnar. He'll be back.
Yeah, probably. We'll see.
Yeah, one day. So, points all round again for the Reigns win, which means 8 matches predicted on the night. Beans is last for the evening. He's in 4th position. 5 out of 8. Still not bad.
I was just going to say, what was that little laugh out there, Smoot? Some fighting talk there. Bring me tractor.
Me and Will in joint second on 6 out of 8. But, if you can believe it, Smoot with yet another perfect game. 8 out of 8.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is
God. You're doing a
2
Leicester
out of
this
4
year, aren't you?
pay-per-views. 2 out of 4 pay-per-views this season so far. Which means the final scores, totals out of 27 matches predicted in total. Beans in 4th, 17 out of 27. It's the same story. Me and Will joint second, 20 out of 27. And Smoke, for the first time in about 8 years, has taken the lead.
Yes.
21 out of
It is,
27
isn't it?
points.
This is the Leicester
new era,
year
pal.
of, No wonder he's got fighting talk. I didn't know you were that.
I don't know how the hell I did it, but I did it.
Things are going to change.
We're bringing logic back to wrestling. Yeah, I'm excited. I can't believe I'm heading into Clash of the Castles in the lead here.
Clash of the Castle, that's the next one.
Yeah.
Coming up so soon.
Have any of you actually got tickets for that?
Yeah.
I think Will might have picked some up. I think.
Will spend about $4,000 on his tickets.
They need a mortgage to get them, but I got some.
Yeah, I'll take it. The price hasn't been reduced.
I've not seen it. I did see an email. I didn't read it, but I've seen an email from Ticketmaster the other day. Basically trying to sell more tickets, so I don't know whether they're getting a bit desperate now.
Because I did look a while ago, and there were still loads left, and I thought, this is when you see SummerSlam had half a stadium empty.
Yeah, that didn't look good, did it?
Yeah, we didn't mention this, but Kane announced the not revenue,
His appearance was welcome, wasn't it? Not.
He's a piece of
I
shit.
can't believe that they invited him back. Thought he burned a bridge.
He burned lots of things.
Yeah.
He did.
But he inflated the attendance by like 10,000 seats, according to like Alvarez and Meltzer.
Typical politician.
There was a lot. There was a lot of staff backstage.
A lot of stuff.
To answer the previous question, yeah, there are loads of tickets left. The cheapest ones look to be £67.50, so 70 something with the convenience fees and whatever. But yeah, loads of tickets left.
Well, I've paid. Sounds ridiculous when I say it, but I think I want to cry as well when I say it. I've paid £300 each. And I'm only in the middle tier.
It's absolute robbery.
I know.
There's
It
a
really
platinum
is.
ticket here for £1,831. Oh, is that for 2? Yeah, I think that's. Oh no, that's each. That's each.
Yeah, I thought
Wow.
it would be.
These tickets vary in price, driven by demand from fans. Hmm.
Yeah.
Don't think anyone's demanding to pay that.
Because I do want to go, but I can't justify it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not even a good seat. Bloody hell.
And I'm
Where
not.
my
I'm
seat
not.
is,
I'll tell you what. I'd be so miffed if I bloody paid 60 or 70 odd quid to go and sit at the top tier of the Flaming Stadium, and then when it gets to the show, I'm sat at the very top, and the entire other side of the stadium is empty because they've shifted everyone round.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
in,
oh, so you could have put me in the lower seats down over there, but you know, you want me to stay here just to make it look like your stadium's full when it's not.
trying to see where I can't remember where exactly my ticket is. There we go. Section M31, row 9.
M31.
I think I'm right in the middle, if I remember rightly. Do you know what? It wasn't 300 quid as well. It was 337.
Ah.
Ooh.
Is that before it put on admin and all
Yeah, I think it came to about 3. Yeah, because I don't know. I foolishly paid for the ticket insurance because you're never sure about COVID these days, are you? But I mean, that was only £10 a ticket, but still. Yeah, I think I'm in for the price. I hope it is a decent seat, but
Yeah, looks all right. You're right opposite the entrance, so you should get some pretty good views.
yeah, I was looking at. I remember looking on the thing, and yeah, that's kind of what I was aiming for, to try and get some good views. I don't really like sitting on the floor seats unless I'm close up because I'm only little.
Ha.
So yeah,
Yeah, you need some height to
yeah.
see over everyone. The
You
floor
can't
seats
stand
aren't
on the seats
great.
because people start shouting at you.
Oh, they do. That's so annoying when kids stand on the seats. You didn't spend anything on these tickets. I spent 50 quid a ticket.
That
You're
used
just
to
here.
rich. I was at a show a few years ago. I don't know if it was Liverpool or Manchester, but whatever it was, we were front row, but we were on the end, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there was every time you've
that.
been
I
to a
think I
UK
remember
show.
you messaging me about this.
Yeah.
'Cause I
Kids
think I
run up
saw
to the
you.
barrier.
Every
You
time
fit in.
the end of a match or the entrance, the kids just come from every part of the arena and run to the front.
Yeah.
Was that the Manchester show where Undertaker and Kane made their appearance?
You know what? I can't remember. It's happened a few times, to be honest. So it's happened. I think it probably did.
I seem to remember that we were sat above you on that and on the middle tier, and you were messaging.
Yeah.
You was near front row, and I'm sure you sent us a message saying about all kids. Every time something happened, they all come running round you.
That's right, because that was the one where Reigns nearly knocked us over on his way in through the crowd.
Ah,
When he used to do that, but yeah, it always happens, and they just come from. I remember saying to a security guard at one show, I said, "These are coming from all over the place. They're not supposed to be here. You know, we've paid for these seats, and they haven't." And they're like, "Oh yeah, well, the answer was to stand on the end of the end of the row and just stand in the way, but they were just running past them."
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a big bugbear of mine, especially when you get so if I can't get to front row, which obviously is usually quite hard to get anyway, I'll try and get a tiered seat because I am only little, so I can't really see anything if I'm not close up. So if I'm on a tier, at least I can see above people.
Mm.
I'm quite excited for it, actually, especially with the recent changes to WWE. I'm looking forward to it.
End up being an interesting one.
Cost me about
if you
200
see
quid
any
on the train as well.
Oh God! Tell you should have got Mania.
I know. Thought that afterwards. I thought I paid enough, well, just short of £1,000 to get to a show in Cardiff. You pay about 2 to get to LA. But yeah.
Yeah. So if any of you guys see any, you know, competitions going for free tickets, or if you, if any of you are on speaking terms with Triple H, because obviously Vinnie Mac's out of the picture at the moment, so I can't.
Is that you
Can't
out
put
the
any.
door now, is it?
Your
Yeah,
contact.
I'm shunned.
Oh,
Well, it's only like an hour up the road from here, so I'm just going to wait until that week and see what's left.
oh yeah, I mean, looking at it, there's bound to be some left, definitely.
There's so many left now. Like, if I don't mind sitting way up at the top, which I don't for, you know, for the right money, for 30 quid a ticket, I'll sit at the top. That's fine. So if it drops, and you know, may as well just
You'll have
do it,
to-
isn't it?
You have to let me know, especially, and you as well, Bean, if you do decide to come. We'll have to have a bit of a meet-up.
Yeah.
May even do a live edition of the show. Sorry, Smith,
Yeah,
you
from
want-
That's fine.
your hotel
That's fine.
room.
Yeah. Unless you want to come over, Smith, you know, you're welcome.
Smooth, I'd highly suggest you just go to WrestleMania.
Yeah, do that instead.
Fair enough. Fair
Where are
enough.
the next WrestleManias? Are they anywhere good?
Oh. LA and Pittsburgh, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
And then next year is LA, I know that. You know, that's they're using the WrestleMania goes Hollywood thing again.
Yeah.
Right.
I think they just announced. Is it 40 the year after that? It will be, won't it?
Yeah. Philadelphia,
Well,
okay, so Inglewood,
Fifth.
California, and then Philadelphia. Okay. I don't know that. I'm sure it won't happen, but I'd like to think that maybe I'll fly out to LA to catch a WrestleMania. Sounds like
Yeah,
a
well,
nice thing to do.
I said that, but then I saw how much it was going to cost me. You know.
Yeah.
The thing is, if you're going with a group, it's probably better. Because obviously you get group discounts and stuff, don't you?
Yeah.
But like I say, even the Mania tickets go on sale next weekend. They're doing it early this year, aren't they? There's
Uh,
a event in LA that you can go to the stadium for free next week and buy your tickets. Yeah, I'd like to go to a Mania, but I think Clash at the Castle is the closest I'm getting. I think. That weekend actually, if you're talking about going, that weekend is the same. That's on the Saturday in Cardiff, and Sunday is All Out.
all right.
Beans is gone apparently. He's having internet issues.
Oh, he is all out.
He is. He is all out. But yeah, it's that's on the Sunday, the 24 hours later. So
That's right, September 4th for all out. Yeah.
we've got the hotel booked till the Monday. So I'm thinking of me and my mate who are going. We'll probably end up watching it in our hotel room.
Yeah. Yeah, big weekend.
If you're there, we'll have to do something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know. I'll see if I can try to produce the show from here while you guys are remote, which would be insane.
That'd be cool if we could actually do a show in
How
person.
could we all hook up to the same thing? We should get
guess
3
we all-
microphones all running through your laptop.
That's a good point. Actually, how would you do it? Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, you're a sound guy. You used to run a radio network. I'm sure you can make it happen.
Did I? What was that?
If you can handle Chris
You-
Cash, you can handle anything.
You made it sound like we were some kind of professional outfit.
Well,
I'm sure there'd be some way we could do it. Hey, that'd be good, wouldn't it? Live from Cardiff. IWC
I've
Radio.
forgot.
Yeah.
Live from the site of Clash of the Castle.
Live at the castle, yeah.
live at the castle.
Yeah.
We should go to the castle and do that.
In the shadow of the castle, that's what we call
In
it.
the shadow. They already did it. I can't remember exactly what they said, but they said something like his home sort of about McIntyre on
Yeah,
SummerSlam. They're already going down that road of it's his hometown. Or
it's
no.
far from his hometown.
No. I'm closer to his hometown where I am right now.
That's
than
true.
Cardiff's gonna be. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. I was looking forward to it anyway, but given recent events, I'm even more so. I think it could be a good
So-
show.
Apparently, it is about 400 miles away from his home. A good 7-hour drive from Drew
Is it that
McIntyre's
far?
home. Yeah, apparently so. From Ayr, Scotland, down to Cardiff.
Yeah.
I think Beans has rejoined us here.
Yeah, sorry, my internet crapped out then.
That's all right. It happens.
Alright. We were just saying about we definitely have to do some kind of a live show if we're all gonna be there. If you can make it.
Yeah, I mean, like Chuck said, I think nearer the time, I'm just gonna have to see if
Yeah.
Still there.
see if there's any options. I don't know, but like you say, traveling such a big distance, I'd rather not pay a small fortune to just go and sit in the gods and think all the way through it. I should have just watched this on TV.
Yeah. I mean, probably just save this for after the show, but you'd probably be on the same train as me if you were going. If you were on the train, that is.
I don't know. I've not looked at it, but yeah, it probably makes more sense to do it that way. How long is it on the train?
It's just over 3 hours, 3 and Dave, 30 minutes, something like that. I think. Yeah, it's a long old train journey, like. But...
I was going to say, how many switchovers have you got, or is it a direct?
No, just the one actually. We've got to get a train to Crewe,
Right.
and then from Crewe to Cardiff. There's no direct train from Liverpool to Cardiff. How crazy is that?
But there is from Crewe.
Yeah.
Oh, it's ridiculous the distances in the wrong direction you have to go in just to get to the
Yeah.
place you want to get to.
You can get to everywhere from Crewe though. Crewe's like the national hub.
It's
You
the
can
hub.
actually get-
Uh,
Or you get a train to LA if you play your card right. Every train goes through Crewe. Even like down south, they go up and come back again.
probably.
And it costs a small fortune to do so.
Well, they got to make the money.
If they're even on, I'm getting a bit worried about
God.
these strikes.
Yeah.
They're getting a bit close now. The last few haven't bothered me. I don't get the train every day. It doesn't really bother me, but they just announced one, didn't they, for like the second to last week of August? And I'm looking at the calendar and going, you're getting very close to that weekend.
Yeah, if they just add another one, maybe two.
Yeah.
I was going to say, my mate was supposed to be going to the States, and he's had his flights cancelled by British Airways because it's fallen on their strike.
Oh God, really?
Yeah,
Everyone's on
so
strike, aren't they?
he's just cancelled the holiday now. He's just having a mess around, sort things out. But
Everyone's striking trains. All the
So
buses are off here in Liverpool. They're on strike.
If there is a strike, or for some reason the train isn't an issue, is there a plan B? Can you drive it or
Yeah,
fly down?
I
do
did
you know
actually
what?
look at the
Flying's
flights, you know.
probably it's probably a more.
There
well,
wasn't
it'd be
a direct one.
quicker.
Yeah, someone did actually suggest that to me when we first. No, a mate of mine, well, the mate I'm going with, he can drive. He doesn't want to, but he can do if we have to. So yeah, that'll be the emergency plan. But I mean, that's going to cost us a fortune in petrol, isn't it?
Yep.
Not too bad. I mean, petrol is but it's doable. How much is the train gonna be?
God, how much did it cost us? Let's have a look. I'll let you know. Let me have a look in my email. 1 sec. It was about. I think it all came to about 300 for the two of us.
For the two
Oh,
of you,
God.
petrol will be less than that.
Yeah. Excuse me. There we go. Booking
Yeah.
confirmation.
I might be driving if I go now after hearing that.
Should we get into the best and worst of the week here?
Oh,
Yeah,
I was
go
going
on.
to say the week's TV. Yeah, sure.
Here we go.
Yeah, it's 140 each. Sorry, so it was just under 300.
Yeah.
The two of us. Oh, wonderful trains in this country.
Aye.
Not even this country, it's Wales.
Blame Wales. Always blame Wales.
Bloody Welsh.
Beans, this is your first time.
I know, I was just going to say, what's this undercover brother
What
music?
the hell are we doing?
You gotta come up with a thing that you like this week and a thing that you also didn't like this week.
Oh, actually, I think I did. I did participate in this once.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, from what I remember. I'll let you guys go first while I have a think.
All right. For me, this week, it was probably my thumbs up was Pat McAfee bringing back a telestrator to the announce desk here.
You do love a telestrator.
I do.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I don't know what this was all about or what prompted this, to be honest with you, but if you noticed on SmackDown here, there you see it right there. There's like this big honking computer thing right here. Let me circle it just in case you can't
Is
see
that
it.
not just a laptop?
I mean,
He looks like he's got a desktop PC set up there.
yeah. Right there it is. So, I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't get a chance to watch SmackDown this week, but I heard it was all right. The thumbs down here. Hold on, let me get back to this here. Hold on a sec. Oh,
Tell me something before we move on. Did you see what he was actually doing on the telestrator?
No, I did not get a chance to. No.
Well, I don't know whether it didn't work or whether we didn't see it on the UK broadcast. I don't know. Because when he was doing it, and you could hear him talking about it, and they were showing stills of the SummerSlam match.
Yeah.
And it looked like something should be happening, but it never actually was on our feed.
They couldn't get it on the international broadcast. That'd be funny.
So I don't know. I couldn't see any people who put screenshots on Twitter either, so I don't know whether it didn't work anyway or.
Yeah, I don't know.
But, yeah, it's a nice idea anyway.
My thumbs down, and it's a twofer. Actually, no, it's three. The first one is Ric Flair's last match.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't know if you saw it, but
It did actually.
I love this still. I didn't actually watch it, but Mick Foley was there, The Undertaker was there, Bret Hart was there. Bret Hart even.
That's a meme face there. There's definitely some text on that.
That's I'm giving this match 5 out of 10.
Yeah. It was. Apparently, it was not great, from what I heard.
I had the misfortune of watching it actually.
I completely forgot that it was a thing, and I kind of caught the tail end of it on Twitter with all the reactions and what people were saying about it and things like that. I was like, wow. Everybody was like, yeah, that's a match that happened. Oh.
That quote's brilliant.
Yeah, that is an incredible quote. It's great.
So what, the match was bad, or like what,
Oh, God,
what
yeah.
happened?
Yeah.
Because
I
of
mean-
Flair? Because Jay Lethal's good.
Yeah, Flair was
Andrade's.
terrible. I mean, he was out of breath after about 2 minutes.
The guy's like 100 years old.
I know. Well, exactly. He shouldn't be in the match in the first place.
No, he shouldn't. It was always going to be that way. What about Jeff Jarrett? Was he okay?
He was okay, to be fair, yeah. He was alright. But yeah, there was just... He couldn't do anything. And then
Did he come off the top?
he did, and everyone winced when he did it.
But he presumably got thrown off the top. No, he didn't actually hit
There was a back suplex, yeah.
a back suplex
Yeah.
off the top.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, fair play to him for taking it, you know. He did well.
That's big, yeah.
I'm not sure he knew where he was after he did it, but... What got me was the end, when obviously the match had finished, and you can kind of see in that photo there he got cut somehow. And then he stood he stood at ringside getting interviewed by Tony Schiavone, and then he's covered in blood, and then there's all kinds of confetti coming down because I was, it's the last match. And the blood sticking to his face. Sorry, the confetti sticking to the blood on his face. Like, he's just a mess. He hasn't got a clue where he is. Like, he keeps talking about he's seeing Kid Rock backstage. Kid Rock was there.
Funny that you mentioned that, Will, because my second thumbs down is Kid Rock.
This being a SummerSlam appearance.
His PDA at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Who was she?
It looked like, oh god.
Jesus.
They look like Ronda Rousey in like 30 years. Let me see if I can just freeze it here. Hold on.
Oh, please.
God, what?
Right there, yeah.
It's on my screen too much. Oh my god.
Well, they said they were going TV 14.
Yeah. You're absolutely right there.
Well, did see someone say, why is Kid Rock sitting next to a thumb?
Good point, good point. Yeah, go ahead.
Who is she?
No idea.
Does anyone
Mrs.
know?
Rock.
Mrs. Rock.
Mrs. Rock.
I was just going to say, did Kid Rock know who she was, or did he just do a spare of the moment thing?
He thought he was on Kiss Cam.
Yeah. And my third thumbs down this week is...
oh man, you're very negative this week.
Yeah. AEW's dumpster match is basically a casket match, which is also booked for next week. So...
I didn't see this actually.
Yeah.
Well, didn't someone get hurt in this? I've seen some reports.
Oh my god, that dumpster bump at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I have
I've not seen it, but I've heard about it.
I don't have a video of it at the moment, but yeah, it was... the match itself was pretty good, but, like, the bump at the very end was kind of unnecessary here.
Well, I think it was to redo... The New Age Outlaws had the match with Foley and Terry Funk, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
The original dumpster, and they pushed them off the ramp at the end. So they did that spot.
Oh, that was on a
but-
Raw.
Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't a match, it was just them attacking.
Oh, it was just a thing. Okay. Well, they did that spot again anyway. But I don't know if the stage was too high or what. But when the dumpster tipped, it tipped all the way and just rolled right over onto the lid.
Yeah, here's a fan cam footage here.
They also nearly rolled it off the side as well. That was
Who's in the dumpster?
The Ass
Ass
Boys.
Right, okay. Looks like
Yeah,
someone's up to a twat on the side of the thing.
It kind of looks like that, yeah.
That'll be regal. They're really struggling not to get the thing stuck on the side.
Yeah, off of the pyrotechnics and all that, yeah.
Here it goes.
Right into your living room, look at that. Oh!
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I don't know what you do on the inside. How do you prepare for that?
Were they inside? Was there a chance
sorry.
they swapped?
They were, yeah. on the TV angle, you could just about see like the lid flipping up here. It kind of opens a little bit as it bounces, and you could see that there was someone in there. There was some legs or whatever underneath the.
Oh my god!
Maybe they had something to hold on to inside. Maybe.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think you just kind of lie down and like
hope for the
press your
best.
hands against the side or something, and brace against the side. Yeah.
Yeah.
If it had landed flat, it would have been fine.
Yeah.
Flip right over.
Yeah, that was you basically
Yeah.
had to win the match by putting your opponents in a dumpster, which is basically a casket.
Yeah.
A really, really deep casket.
Yeah.
And again, they're doing
he
a
okay
casket
in the
match. Yeah, everybody I think was okay. But yeah, that a casket match is also booked for Dynamite this upcoming Wednesday, which I don't know. It seems like you're a bit much to have like the same stip 2 weeks in a row, but maybe that's just
Who's in
me.
the casket match?
Darby Allin and Brody King.
No, right.
And Darby this week also got a tattoo on his hand where he was just
Yeah,
Putting
you know what,
words.
I'll use that as my thumbs down this week. Giving yourself a shitty tattoo saying that Brody King is going in the casket or whatever. That's on his hand, on the palm of his hand now, forever.
What?
we get a shot of it. I
Throwaway promo. Darby Allin did one of his black and white promos talking about how Brody King is going to be buried, or not buried, or put in a casket, whatever it is. Meanwhile, he's like doodling on his hand with a tattoo gun. And then he shows at the end a really sloppily written, like, it looks like, you know, when you're a kid and you're trying to fit a word onto the end of a page, but you run out of page and you kind of curl around. It was that kind of thing where, like, he started too far down on his hand and it ended up going down his wrist. And look at this. Look at the, it's a mess.
Is that an actual tattoo?
Yeah.
I think so. I don't know.
The coffin drops on Brody King on his hand forever.
Maybe it's just a temporary. I don't know. Yeah, but yeah,
I'm
he was
just
using
gonna
a
say,
tattoo
sure it's
gun.
not just a pen.
It was a tattoo
Well,
gun.
So maybe it showed that he like it showed a close up of him holding a tattoo gun, and then he had this thing, and it does look kind of like a smudgy tattoo.
Let's see if I can try to
But
pull it
in
there.
a way, if it's not a real tattoo, that's even worse. Because then, like, why are you pretending to tattoo yourself?
That's a very
He's
valid
already
point.
got a misspelt till on his chest there. It's not over till you're underground with 2 L's. He's already got a shitty tattoo there. It's on him forever. Now he's got this one as well. It's bad. The more I think about it, the more I hate this tattoo thing. He could have just not done it, and no one would have thought that he was taking the match any less seriously. Are you finding the actual thing?
Yeah. Hold on.
I feel like you should also give a thumbs down to Matt Hardy as well. This guy can't move anymore. He's my favorite.
You're just burying Matt Hardy.
I love Matt Hardy. He's my guy, but like, wow.
I've got to say that there's definitely a gut on him there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Last time I saw him, he got himself into really good shape again, and he looks like he's let the diet go.
Yeah.
Oh,
I did see you just shown the Hardy Christian match.
Yeah.
I did see someone on Twitter put a screen grab of someone with a sign saying, "I played this match on No Mercy."
Yeah.
That was great.
Thought that was pretty good.
That was tremendous. So yeah, you're just saying Matt Hardy as well.
Well, just you showed it there, and it did remind me that. Oh man, it's so sad. It's sad that he couldn't move, because that's a match I've wanted to see for a long time. I thought those guys could have had an amazing feud 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh man, what was my other negative this week? Doesn't matter anyway. Thumbs up. Let's talk about some good stuff. Thumbs up this week. Big ups go to Darby Allin for tattooing on his hand. Such a shitty thing just to build up a match with Brody King. That's pretty badass.
Well played.
Like, he's committed. I don't know what to say. He's an idiot, but gotta give him some respect for that. He went all out. All in, went all out. Now my real big ups this week go to Michael Cole. We talked about earlier. He really impressed me by not being Michael Cole quite so much as I was expecting. Oh, and Ricky goddamn Starks was great as well. Again, even though he was a bit of a jabroni, he ran in and just got beaten up. Maybe I should give it to Powerhouse Hobbs. He was great. Powerhouse Hobbs, yeah. Ricky Starks is going to be a great babyface one day. One day very soon, I think. Team Taz is gone.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
A lot of people are upset about that.
Yeah.
Will, what do you have?
Thumbs down. It's gonna be. I think you've already mentioned it, but Ric Flair match, the whole thing.
I'm going to have to see this thing.
Yeah, that was just didn't need to happen. And
Did you see the rest of the show?
I've seen bits of it.
The undercard looked quite good.
Yeah, it was kind of good because it was. I know it was Jim Crockett Promotions, wasn't it, that were sort of behind it.
Mhm.
But there wasn't really a main company, so they had there was Impact matches on it and stuff, and they had I want to call him Tom Phillips, but his name's Tom Hannifin.
That's right.
Yeah.
From Impact, and he came and did some commentary with Shivani, and yeah, so the production was actually a lot better than I thought it was, because it was a bit of a, it wasn't really a main company production, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought there was no real major issues with the production that you normally get with these shows. But no, it was just the whole Ric Flair thing just didn't need to happen. And he was wearing a t-shirt as well during the match. What's that all about?
Well, he's very old.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of another thumbs down, but at the minute I can't think of one. I'm sure there's be another one. Thumbs up, I've got 3. Well, 3/4 really. 3 thumbs, yeah, 4 of them. First one is the SummerSlam main event, the last man standing match. I thought that was really good, really well done. And
Oops, sorry.
kind of related to that is you've already mentioned it, Michael Cole. I thought he was brilliant doing that. Second thumbs up is the Dirt Sheets getting something right for a change.
Oh man, the Dirt Sheets are always right. They've got sources, man.
I read on quite a few. I won't single out any because they're all as bad as each other. But I read on quite a few on Thursday night. I know we've not got into SmackDown yet, but we'll get there. A lot of them reporting. I've had them looking at one now that's when was this posted? This was posted on Thursday at 7:14 PM, and the headline was WWE interested in re-signing Karrion Kross.
Yeah.
And then what happened a day later?
Karrion Kross.
So yeah,
Makes a return.
the internet got something right for a change. And then a less of story, but still nonetheless funny. I've lost the story now. Where the hell is it? There we go. Dax Harwood telling Dave Meltzer to fuck off on Twitter. That gets a thumbs up from me. And that's it. I'm not even going to explain it.
What led to that happening?
There was, I don't even know what Dave said actually. Dave, the story here. There you go. A fan tweeted at Dave about the potential Young Bucks and FTR backstage heat, writing, people who actually think the Young Bucks are burying FTR or are scared of them in some way are the biggest losers on wrestling Twitter. When Dave responded with a flippant quip, Uncle Dak came in hot with a polite fuck off.
What?
Let's see if I can find it on Twitter here. Hold on.
Yeah, I need to know what
Hang
it
on.
was that he's saying that to.
Dave, with all due respect, fuck off. Like, in the most respectful, loving way, I mean that. When you decide to get two sides of a story, then speak on it. Thanks, dude.
Oh, here it is, yeah. You just mentioned it, yeah. There are people who learn from Alex Jones types and can't read. Oh boy.
So I'm going to need to see what was said to Dave for him to, because that's a weird thing for Dave to say.
No, there we go. People who actually think the
People
Young
actually
Bucks are
think the Young
burying
Bucks are burying
FTR.
FTR are scared of them in some way, the biggest losers on wrestling threat. Okay.
I think I don't know. The fact that the Bucks weren't acknowledging FTR a few weeks back when they were like, "Hey, let's have a match, a triple threat match or whatever," and the fans were chanting like FTR, and they didn't like address it or anything like that. Kind of seems like they were scared a little bit. Not gonna lie, or timid by the fan response. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, this is.
I feel like I'm missing something here. This guy said that anyone who thinks there's actually backstage heat is an idiot. Dave's saying, yeah, different kind of idiot. And Dax Harwood doesn't.
Is this a reply? No. No reply. So he just like cold responded to this.
I guess.
Huh. With all due respect, fuck off.
When you decide to get two sides of a story, then did he think that he's saying that FTR are people who learn from Alex Jones types and can't read? Because I'm sure he wouldn't have said that.
That's a bizarre thing to say, I have to say.
Everything seems like they're replying to someone else.
Yeah.
I don't see how these comments fit together.
I'm kind of with you on that.
No, it doesn't really. Now you look into it, but
Here's the promo, by the way, from Darby Allin. We can't play it, obviously, but he's just basically doodling. You can see the gun right there in the lower right. He's just using a tattoo gun to write on his hand, and all while he's talking.
A lefty as well.
Yeah, and all while he's talking, you hear the bzzz noise. So it could be just post-production stuff or just like TV magic. But... Sorry. Oh.
There you go. You see a close up of him supposedly writing on his hand.
Yeah.
And then holds it up.
Footage spliced in. And then there you see it.
Nah, I reckon it's pen, and I reckon he's just planning to get a big tattoo done on that hand anyway.
But it has to still be there, right? When next week, when he has this match, it has to still be on his hand.
Not
You
if
can't
he's
just rub
having
off.
an actual tattoo over the top of it.
Could just be week old ink.
Right, so you're saying it could be a real tattoo because he's planning on getting...
No, I'm saying that he's probably planning to get a tattoo in that area, and if they do that where he writes on his hand, it won't matter that it's been washed off because it'll look like it's just been covered up by a tattoo when he gets his real one done.
So when do you think he's going to get the real one done?
May already have it done.
That makes it really stupid because it was for the match that he's going to have on... It's next Wednesday. He has to have that tattoo on his hand on Wednesday.
Yeah. Well, maybe he's getting... I don't know. Maybe he'll have his hands bandaged.
that's even worse. Yeah, I mean, maybe. I hope that it's not real. For his sake, I hope it's not real. But if it's not, then that really sucks.
Yeah. Alright, Beans, you've had enough time to think
I
about
guess we'll
it.
find out.
What's your thumbs up, thumbs down?
Thumbs up. I'm going to give WWE in general for booking Brock Lesnar to raise a ring with a tractor. None of it made any sense, but I don't care. It was just something different, and it was quite cool to do. My thumbs down is going to be WWE again for the poor souls that were stuck on the top of that stadium looking at an empty side of the other stadium where they could have had a decent seat for free.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
They could have tapped off the top instead of one whole side.
Exactly.
Oh, you
I've
talk
been
about-
to shows where.
Oh.
So when I've been to a show before and they've not sold all the tickets, they will give all the people on the top sections a free upgrade and
Move
give them
everyone
the
down,
seats, move everyone
Yeah.
down, and tap off the top. But for those poor people that probably spent a ridiculous amount of money on them seats at the top only to see half the stadium empty where there's lots of decent seats not being used, I wouldn't be too happy. And I think that's pretty poor.
Yeah,
Well, there you go.
I hadn't thought of that. It's just a good
That's
point.
a good point. Yeah. That's a good.
I think this would kind of show them that maybe. We mentioned it last week. Maybe these stadium shows aren't the way forward
they're really not.
because they're not selling out. The
But
last
the
two.
thing is it's indicative of what the product's been recently, isn't it? They're not doing it at the wrong time when they're not been on and up. I mean, granted, now things look like they're going to be changing, so it could be
Even
sell
so,
out
though, I think Nick
for-
Khan said fairly recently that he wanted to make all the premium live events. He wanted to have them all in the stadiums. That was his idea. That was his long-term goal. I don't think it's going to work. I think maybe okay, I'm kind of going against what I'm saying there because I say maybe the big four should be.
Well, I was gonna say, if
Stadium
you
show.
only do like 4 a year, then you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if Triple H builds up enough karma and credibility with the fans and things like that, I think you might be able to get some fans to return, and then you can fill out some of these stadium shows and things like that properly.
Yeah.
But it's going to take
Oh yeah,
a
there's
lot
definitely
of time.
potential there, but yeah. Then I think to get a better atmosphere in a smaller, packed out place. I think so.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, because that's a good one. I didn't even think of that with the fans just being in the nosebleeds and not getting like a free upgrade from
Yeah.
WWE.
Did they do?
Well, I
any,
mean,
wide-
I'd
wide-
be incredibly. Sorry, I was just going to say I'd be incredibly miffed if, like at Clash at the Castle, if you spend 70 quid on a ticket to sit
Yeah.
at the top of that, and then you find out that they just cram everyone into one side of the stadium and you don't get any benefit from it, and that's poor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would suck. Did they make the most of like that side that they packed out? Did they show the whole? Because I'm thinking when they lifted the ring up, they must have got quite a wide angle view.
They
Oh,
only
yeah,
ever
well,
we saw,
showed
like,
it
the
from
very
the
top.
other angle. They never showed it
Yeah.
from the other side. Every single camera.
I mean, did they show? Because obviously they were packing. They tapped off one side in order to pack the other side.
Yeah.
So they wanted the side that the hard camera sees to look as full as possible. And
Yeah.
if you tap off the top, then it doesn't necessarily look as full as it could. But that doesn't matter if you never show the top.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the
But
The
so I'm
thing
wondering,
is-
did they ever actually show the top? Maybe they knew we've got this big tractor spot coming up, so we're going to need to see the whole arena on that side.
Well, the argument they'll make is obviously they had a lot of pyro and stuff where they showed aerial shots of the stadium, but they always made sure that the camera was on the other side of the stadium, so
Yeah.
you couldn't see the side that was tarped off. They had the cameras very cleverly positioned so that you'd only see that one side of the stadium.
Yeah.
But
So there were times where you would have seen those top few rows.
yeah, so
Some
if they had done it, yeah, it would have been obvious that the top tiers are empty. But there's means and ways around it. They can put massive like
They
graphics
could put a
on
massive
it.
SummerSlam tarp across the top and just make
Exactly,
it look
yeah.
like it. Yeah.
Yeah, this was the shot for the record. When they got the...
Yeah, so that's not... I mean, there would have been so many more above that section.
And I think where the hard cam
it must be
is...
for the pyro and the ballyhoo.
Yeah. Where the hard camera is, it's where everything was tarped off at, from what I believe. Because we also got some shots of, like, when Lashley came out for the pyro and all that, like, you could see, like, all the way up to the top, there was, like, people in attendance. I'll see if I can try to pull that up, but...
Yeah, because they did the pyro when he lifted his arms up, didn't they? And it showed the top of the stand then.
Yeah. This is from WrestleZone, where one of the correspondents was in attendance. where they said, if Brock does a shooting star press off of the loader scoop, I will lose it. But if you look up here in the corner, like this, you know, this is where the TV camera would be. There you can see, like, right up here is where the empty seats are.
Oh, yeah, I do have another thumbs up, actually, thinking about it. When Brock Lesnar introduced himself while stood on top of the tractor, he launched the microphone at Roman Reigns.
Oh, yeah.
That was unbelievable.
Who casually caught it like it didn't even exist.
I think what's his name actually said something last night on SmackDown. McAfee. He said something about this dude is great at everything. He even captured microphones or something. Yeah, that was pretty good though.
Because I even said when it was on live, because you couldn't see him do it live, but I said when I was watching it, I was like, I'm sure that he caught that microphone, because how quick did he get that in his hand? And then, obviously, you saw the tweet where someone at ringside put the video up of it, and it was just like, oh my god, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, you couldn't really see it on the show itself, could you? It was only until that came out on Twitter.
Yeah, it was because he threw it and he just kept the camera on Lesnar, but then it flipped over to Reigns where he had it in his hand, and it was just like, how did he get that in his hand? He had to have caught it.
Oh, there you go, such an effortless catch. Yeah, it's got to be any of these will do.
Yeah. Well, this is from WWE, I think.
Oh, is it?
It's nuts.
Let's see here. Yeah. Yeah, okay.
What? And he winked at him. He winked at him. I love it.
That's insane. That looks absolutely like rehearsed.
But even rehearsed, how do you catch it? Like, he catches it as he would hold the microphone to talk into. Like, it's not even like he just caught it.
It looks
That's what I mean. You don't even get the thud, so the mic catches itself.
It's like AI generated.
It's like, or it's like one of those videos that's played backwards. He actually threw it.
Yeah.
It's so perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love if I could show it without us getting claimed, but yeah. That's insane, dude.
Can't you show the other one, the fan view one?
Yeah, we can do the fan. Is this one right here?
That.
I think so. Yeah. That was the one I seen. That.
We can do the fan one.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, this is it.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. We can show this one, I believe. And you just, oh my god, that's insane! Like, that is insane. That's some Dude Perfect shit or whatever.
It really is.
No, we're
that one in reverse. That's crazy. Yeah, that's a good one, Beans.
So yeah.
Yeah, we kind of talked about the fans, the tarped off fan seats and things like that last week, right before the show started, and we were just like, man, this is kind of bleak. But from TV, you would never have known.
That's what I mean. They were clever in the way that they filmed it, especially with aerial shots and things. But again, you know, you're catering to your TV audience rather than the people that are throwing money into it in the stadium. You know, it's, and like you said, if you'd have put the tarp across the top, it it would have still made a cool visual for when you look at it and you see, you know, SummerSlam written across the top of the stadium and it's all full underneath with pyro.
Yeah.
It's still a hell of a lot of people just because you haven't got them all in them, you know, in them top seats.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good
maybe.
point.
Should we move on? I can transition. I want to give a big thumbs up because this is the first Raw I've watched in 2 years.
Ooh.
I still haven't watched it and I keep meaning to.
And I want to give a thumbs up to whoever's decision it was to do no ads for the first hour.
USA Network.
Yeah, apparently it was USA, yeah.
As USA.
Yeah.
They actually.
They were such
gave it
fans
up.
of Triple H running creative after SummerSlam. They were like, hey, why don't you give the first hour no commercials if you want.
Well, there you go.
Maybe they could do that in the future and do the whole hour ad and show free, so that it's only
That'd be great.
2 hours.
Put something else on.
That would be great.
That'd be ideal. Yeah, we haven't had ad-free Raw since Donald Trump owned the thing, right?
No.
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 So
That's about right,
yeah, go back to
My
those,
God, how the world
those
has
halcyon
changed.
days of.
yeah.
But then the thumbs down has to be after that hour. I had to tap out. I just couldn't take it anymore.
It was Monday Night Raw still dog shit?
It wasn't good enough. Like, it was fine to sit through with no ads, but as soon as an ad came on, nothing grabbed me. They were coming out of SummerSlam, so they had that kind of Raw after WrestleMania feel potential, but there was no big returns, no big kind of shake-up events, nothing really big happened. And I kind of would have thought maybe Triple H would want to do something big, like bring back Karrion Kross. Maybe that would be something.
Yeah.
Or even the Bayley thing. They did the Bayley thing on the pay-per-view. That would have been cool. But no, I just felt like Raw again. They did a three-way with the Miz in it, and they did. Becky did a promo and then got beaten up, and it's just the same old stuff.
You say
It's a shame.
that though, but they had Ciampa winning the US title match.
I didn't get that far. They lost me before.
What, he won the title?
No, so he's got a match. Basically, they had 2 triple threat matches.
The finish of the first one was great, by the way. I will
Yeah,
give credit to
the
that Styles Clash
AJ,
out
yeah,
of the
that's pretty good.
out of the
Yeah.
450.
The first one was AJ. Can't remember his name now. AJ,
Ali and Miz. I
Ali,
think.
and Miz. That's right. Yeah,
Was it Ali?
And
It was Ali. Yeah.
it was Ali. Yeah, and then the last one was
Ziggler.
Ziggler, Ciampa, and I've forgotten who the third one was.
I should know this.
Ziggler, Ciampa. Scroll down a bit, Smith. It'll be on there.
Oh, hold on.
Can't remember it. Anyway, wherever it was. No.
Who's gonna be
Gable.
Jack Gable? There you go.
Shush, please.
Is he still doing the shoe?
Yeah.
He is, yeah.
Oh.
It's dog shit.
Although there was no sign of I didn't see. Oh, was he there? Maybe backstage, but I didn't see Otis anywhere.
He's gonna be
Maybe.
a model, guarantee it.
He's gonna titillate some juices.
He really is.
So,
Yeah, this was a sequence here, I
that-
believe.
triple threat was pretty good.
Oh,
but
he's
yeah.
the finish, yeah.
So AJ won the first one, didn't he? With this move, yeah. This is really
Yeah.
good.
I'm not a fan of the Miz like handing him off to AJ like that, but yeah, the entire sequence looked pretty cool.
Yeah, and then Ciampa won the next one.
The other one.
So then it was AJ and Ciampa for the #1 contenders match for the US title, which Ciampa won. So he's not got a US title match next week on Raw. Or this
Against
Monday on
Bobby
Raw.
Lashley. I don't like his chances.
Do you think? I think. They might give it to Ciampa. Especially he's a Triple H boy, isn't he?
Yeah.
He is. Yeah, that's true.
So
We'll see what
well,
happens.
then that was kind of why he's getting the push he is, because what's happened.
He needs to break away
So, yeah.
from the Miz, though.
Well, I think that's probably going to happen if he wins the title. I think that'll be it for the Miz thing.
God, I hope so.
But it's like not so much to the same extent. We didn't see Cross for that long, did we? But so when Cross first came to the main event, the main roster,
Oh, yeah?
basically ruined him at first.
What about Jim Polkey and Tommy Gibson? That went against the Vicious Viking Raiders.
That was why I was tuning in.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of Karrion Kross.
Oh, so
The
there you
one
go.
thing
Karrion Kross. Oh, no, it was SmackDown.
Yeah, it was SmackDown.
They did bring back Karrion Kross, but no, that was SmackDown.
One thing I didn't like about Cross's re-debut, if you like, he came back with that weird music he had when he came to the main roster. He should give him his NXT music back.
Did he have the weird, like,
Yeah, look at this.
BDSM, like whatever
No,
that
not
straps stuff was?
not the BDSM.
No.
No, good.
Oh, I thought they were doing the black and white routine because of the.
They did.
Well, I couldn't tell if he already busted open McIntyre.
Yeah, if you go a bit further back, you see.
Jesus, he's like slamming his head into the steps there.
No one knew what was going on first because I think went black, and then there was a
Yeah.
crow on the screen.
you like have no idea who's attacking him because you can't tell because he's wearing a leather jacket.
There was a big crow or something on the screen.
Huh? No, I didn't see
Sting.
it.
Must be Sting.
It's gotta be Sting. It's a picture of Sting.
And then, what's her name? Scarlett. She put a egg timer in the ring.
That was just an hourglass.
Egg timer, hourglass, same thing.
Oh, that's true.
For a really big egg.
Yeah.
so
So I'm wondering if they're gonna do it. If they're gonna put him in the title picture now, and maybe we have a triple threat Clash of the Castle.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. That does not look like. Okay, there. Okay, from that angle it was, but like from the side, it did not look like an hourglass.
Well, that was always his thing in NXT, wasn't it? TikTok and
Yeah. I'm coming. Like Tropicana. I got the juice.
yeah, if they use him as they did in NXT, then they've got something good on their hands there.
Yeah.
I've seen a rumor. I don't know how they're gonna go about doing it exactly, but I did see a rumor that they may have the match at Clash of the Castle, for only one of Reigns' titles.
Oh,
Because they want to split them up again.
No.
That's what I read.
Next week, dirt sheets are wrong. Thumbs down.
Yeah.
How do we feel about the Fight Forever case? Like the.
I've not seen it actually. I haven't seen it. I've seen the logo.
It's not great, but whatever. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm more worried about what the game's going to be like.
I mean, that's true. If that's what it looks like on the cover, I mean, you can't judge a game by its cover necessarily, but I don't know. It looks like a fan edit, if you ask me, with like the Transformers song up here.
None of the the Xbox stuff. It just doesn't look quite right. The
Yeah.
logos don't right.
And then Dynamite at the very start, kind of promoted it, and it's like, yeah, that's what it looks like, and it's like, yikes.
coming soon to your
What
favorite
happened
console.
to that game that was like
Not the Dreamcast. It's not.
really like looked like cell shaded?
What do you mean?
They had an AEW game that they were showing off ages ago. Which had
Oh, you're thinking of the mobile one with the roster simulator or whatever it's called.
no, I'm sure it was a proper one.
Really?
But the graphics on it didn't look right. It looked all cartoony, really, for what it was.
Oh yeah, there was a screenshot of thingy, wasn't there?
Elite General Manager.
Yeah, are you talking about this?
Was it?
No.
No, it's was it Omega?
Yes.
It looked terrible.
Kenny Omega, and it looked really dodgy.
Yeah, I think that's the same game. I think it's that was one of the original screenshots from the.
Where Kenny Omega looks like
That's
a blow-up doll.
Yeah, that's it.
Like he's on the gas.
Yeah. Is that what this is?
Yeah, the Fight Forever game. Yeah.
Ugh. And it doesn't look any better than that.
I don't know.
Have we seen what it looks like since? Because have we seen any gameplay yet? Or that was a render, wasn't it, with the trailer?
Yeah.
Have we seen any gameplay yet? Have we?
No, I don't think so.
Be interesting to see, are they going to use, because it's Ukes and the old THQ making it, isn't it?
Yeah,
Be interesting to see if they basically build it on the old SmackDown games.
Let's see here. Oh, show me the trailer. Show me the trailer. Yep, cool. Tony and Britt playing together. That's nice. Show me the trailer. Here we go.
Well,
this game is still in development. Footage shown may not be representative of the final product. Okay, Britt doing the curb stomp. Cool. I like that they're showing that it's like, male versus female, which you can't do in WWE, so that's kind of a selling point.
It really looks like something that's on a PS2.
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa. Hang on.
His head.
Hang on. Wait a minute. First, she holds up a garbage can with one hand like that.
Yeah.
Not even by the handle. It's just like... she whacks Adam Cole with a baseball bat to the noggin. Okay. And yeah, the steel chair. Look at that.
Breaks over his head.
I'm getting flashbacks to WCW Thunder here.
What, the TV show or the game?
The game.
What's going on with the
place.
sofa cushion behind Tony?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know. Why is the lamp
There's been
like
some
that?
fun going on that cushion.
Look on his
The
face,
lamp's fallen over, yeah.
Look on his
How
face
was
then
that-
when you pulled it.
How was that staying on his head?
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like a good old Utes game.
What is this?
Wait, whoa, what's happened there?
Wait a minute.
There's a load of chips.
It's not just a wrestling game, it's also Mario Party.
This was a Wii Sports.
Okay, I'm sorry. I feel like we have to show this a little bit here. And I hope we don't get claimed, but
They
like...
got some
Is that
rhythm game with this guy.
Yeah, what
that a
is
dance?
this?
Are they dancing?
What is this?
Yes,
It's
they
like
are
Simon
dancing.
Says, and then it's like, here's baseball, human baseball, bonk. Like, what the fuck?
AEW Bankfield.
Yeah.
That's a place.
And then this, we gotta catch all the poker chips and whatnot. Like, what in the world? That's not a good selling point for me. I mean, it might be fun and whatnot, but like, people want to play a wrestling game, not like AEW Mario Party, I feel. You know what I mean?
It was just a little mini game, then maybe I could see it maybe being a bit fun. But...
Yeah. But when I don't know, when you have a game called Fight Forever, do you really want to... Oh, what the hell? Tony's throwing stuff.
Why is he throwing pizza over it?
Oh,
Yeah, there you
Oh,
go. Hey.
Table over.
What the fuck? Yeah, here we go. The minigames seem like... Here's the comments. The minigames seem like there's a lot of cooks in the kitchen adding elements. I kind of see that there's something certain wrestlers were asking for that maybe aren't gamers. The budget and man hours could have gone in developing the graphics. Which touches what Beans was saying, that it looks like a PS2 game.
That third comment, a game doesn't need epic graphics to be good.
That's
well,
true.
It does, really.
These days.
I think it does. And the point.
They'll be adding fun... Go ahead, sorry.
I tend to agree it doesn't need great graphics to be good, but there's really no excuse not to have good graphics at this point. Like there's a lower limit in there. Where it's just like, well, I don't need it to be amazing, but this is just lazy.
I'm now less excited than I was before seeing the trailer. Hopefully future gameplay trailers are better. Hey, look at this!
Hey,
Look at this! 17 minutes ago! Mini games, I want a strong wrestling game, not Mario Party. Thank you, you get a thumbs up. This guy gets a thumbs up. I love wrestling games with pass on this one. It's funny how she's fighting Adam Cole of all people. Wrestling baseball looks fun. I'm not really interested in the game anymore. SmackDown versus Raw 20, pick one. 2K Battleground clone, that's a bit harsh. Game looks like shit. Not only does every aspect of this look absolutely awful, but the devs decided they can waste time on minigames instead of improving the engine. Absolute hard pass. It's almost as if people should stop relying on Ukes to develop video games. That's what I said from scratch, man. I hate Ukes, dude. They're not good anymore. Same with THQ.
From the little bit of gameplay they showed at the start, it looked like that old school initial grapple into second move format.
Yep.
Yeah.
She grabs him into the whatever you call it, the soft grapple, and then it was like an up down left right move. Yeah, so you transition into. That's exactly what these guys, Ukes and THQ, did however long ago.
Yeah.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
There
I mean,
you
you've
go.
got to
Grapple
think.
into move.
You would imagine they'd be using a lot of the same engine from. When did they last do a game? Was it
Kind of-
one of the first?
It kind of looks like Adam Cole has a unibrow here, doesn't it?
It doesn't look like Adam Cole, I know that.
No.
She's just kind of like right there. Kind of looks like he just has a unibrow.
Brow ridge, yeah.
Yeah.
When's it due out? Do we know? Have we got a release date yet?
The pre-orders say, December 2023, I want to say, somewhere, but that people have said that it was like a placeholder.
That's very
A
close. to
long way off.
Yeah. It was like a year and 4 months or something like that.
That would be right.
Wikipedia dirt sheet says it's scheduled to be in 2022. Just not sure.
I'm sorry,
man.
but if a game comes out in 14 months' time or 16 months' time and it looks like that,
Yeah, I'm with you, Beans, on that. That's.
Are we talking next? Oh, okay, I don't know. I thought you meant this December.
no, it said 2023.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard people saying that they're going to release a game and then update it rather than having one game every year.
Oh, I don't know if you can update that. No offense, but man, that's. I don't know. The mini games. I'm not gonna lie. The mini games are a huge turnoff for me. Like you could put that.
Depends how can I put it? How involved in the game? I mean, if it's just a side thing, then it's like with the 2K games now. My faction thing. I haven't touched it. So it's there'll be options that you don't really need to, unless you have to play it. Then maybe it's not going to be a good thing. But if it turns out to be crap, but you don't have to play it, then maybe it won't be too much of an issue.
Yeah, that's the thing that I'd seen.
CBR is saying here that there's no release date stated from what I was checking out. Man, they're saying that Owen Hart's going to be in in there. No word if like other deceased wrestlers or legends are going to be able to make an appearance in the game, or other members of the Hart family.
Says there are more match types than you can count. Single, tag team, three-way, four-way, ladder, casino battle royal, falls count anywhere, unsanctioned, lights out, exploding barbed wire death.
Jeez.
And online cooperative multiplayer matches.
Are they going to do the exploding barbed wire death match better than they actually did it in real life?
Yeah.
I'm hoping that like 1 in every 100 games just ends with the dud bomb.
Well, we knew a bigger reveal was planned for the THQ.
I think the
Nordic.
dud ball might be the game itself, to be honest.
Hey.
Biggest question everyone will likely. Well, I'm sorry. Biggest question everyone will have is exactly when the game will arrive, and as of now, most likely AEW Fight Forever release date is September 2022.
Next month? I don't know about that.
This comes per a recent report by Fightful Select. They do link it, I believe. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. But it's possible that continued development could lead to a decision to postpone the release until they're sure it's ready. While early listings
Till 2024, because it ain't ready.
While early listings on Amazon and Extra Life leaked major details, the listed release date on those of December 31st, 2022 is not likely one to be true. Yeah, that's usually a placeholder date. As of now, it's believed that the date is simply a placeholder by retailers who can't enter the real date just yet, and using the final date of the year for that kind of placeholder is not that uncommon.
Yeah, they won't release a game that late in the year. They'll either do it before or after.
We've also
you don't get a
recently
game
received confirmation via Kenny Omega that THQ Nordic is on board as a publisher, and that there's a reason that name may be familiar to some fans. Yeah, THQ is kind of what fucking bombed the wrestling games lately, if you ask me, and why WWE went from THQ to 2K, which also isn't that great of a developer publisher. Yeah. And it kind of leaks the roster, which has like 50 playable characters. Yeah, wow. We may have more details here on why Cody Rhodes will still be able in AEW Fight Forever despite having left the company for WWE. It's kind of funny. Yeah, I don't know, man. Here's some of the UI and whatnot. Here's another screenshot of the game. Leaked via Extra Life, which I guess
it looks like the exact same animation as the.
Yeah, kind of matches what we saw in the trailer. Yeah, there's supposedly also 40 weapons. I heard.
Oh my god!
Deep career mode wrestler.
I'm sorry, the fire extinguisher thing looks absolutely atrocious.
This is from realsport101.com, by the way.
Why is it the only person that looks like the person who they should be is the ref?
Aubrey? She looks like a Sims character to me.
Yeah, she does a bit actually.
Actually, can we get a larger? No, that's just as okay. All right. And Abaddon getting sprayed with the fire extinguisher from Thunder Rosa. Yuka Sakazawa seems to be in the game. And then this is what you listed off a moment ago, Chucks. All the stuff. Oh god, somebody's streaming something there. I'm not sure what that is.
That's FIFA.
Oh, FIFA. Okay, unrelated. Not sure why that's linked, but yeah. Okay. Unsanctioned lights out. Okay. Yeah, that kind of ruined my hopes for the video game, if I'm being honest. If I could make a prediction right now, I'm saying people are gonna take a shit on this game because of the mini games. Like they'll find something about like the actual main game itself that they're not gonna be happy about, and then they could just be like, oh, why wasn't this polished more rather than putting the mini games front and center, But I do agree that like it does seem like wherever we read that it seemed like, maybe there's certain people that aren't, video gamers that wanted their input into the video game itself. And yeah, I don't know. AEW Mario Party should be its like own separate thing, not in Fight Forever, if you ask me. Especially when the game looks like that, with what Beans pointed out. So
I don't think that Kenny Omega and Young Bucks and all them lot are going to be sat there playing that.
yeah, this is stay in the chat said mini lames. Anything else before we get out of here? Because we this is a 2-hour show apparently.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because Beans returned.
Just very, very quickly, just something funny I've just seen. We talked about Karrion Kross.
Yeah.
Re-debuting. He took out Drew McIntyre on SmackDown. Let me just throw that up. Drew McIntyre's tweet from just after it happened, which I think is quite funny.
Let's see here. So I jumped by the guy last seen wearing bondage and a helmet. I've had better Fridays. He's got a point.
Yeah.
So, there was also I had it here ready, but I don't know if you saw. Hold on, this is kind of great. Let me set it up here. Yeah, this was great. Somebody had a sign of Kyle O'Reilly still fears Von Wagner, and then after Adam Cole kind of got a glimpse of it, they get a close up of Kyle O'Reilly. It's just like it was so awesome. I loved it. It was perfect timing. Anything else? Beans, will you be able to join us next week?
I hope so.
Well, I hope you join us. Depending on what happens, I mean, I don't think that there's any pay-per-view coming up. Because Clash of the Castles, I think, is at
it's
early
all that
September.
weekend, isn't it?
Yeah. So.
We can talk about this off air, I suppose, but we may have to rearrange the show that week if we can't do it. If we're not all there.
What, at the castle?
Yeah.
No, that's fine. Yeah. I'm flexible. I can accommodate whatever.
We do it on a Friday, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do it on the Sunday after both. Well, not after both of the shows, because
we can't do the Dickens.
Yeah, you're not going to be the Sunday. Yeah, we'll work it out.
Yeah, we'll find a way. We'll find a way.
If we're going to be there, we can probably do it on the afternoon. But yeah, we'll sort it out.
Alrighty. Well, we'll see what happens next week, and hopefully, like I said, we'll all be here. And until then, have a great Saturday evening / Sunday, wherever you are, and we'll see you next time. Take care, everybody. Good night. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. Ding the bell.